Hey, what's good, guys? It's Cahmron. Today I'll be showing you how to make a 6'9" two-way post playmaker build in NBA 2K26. I was trying to make this a Josh Smith type build, and in my original iterations, before I sort of refined the stats to get the best cap breaker multipliers, it did indeed get some Josh Smith shades, which I thought was pretty cool. But this build is kind of an homage to, the old two-way post playmakers you would see in NBA 2K20, NBA 2K21, NBA 2K22. Kind of those 6'9" Ben Simmons type builds. But this one, obviously, I wanted to play more as a rebounding slasher, rebounding point forward with a post game, shooting ability, great finishing ability. And this was the outcome. Cap breakers are ridiculous on this build. And I think you guys are really going to like this one. So to make this, you're going to be a 6'9" power forward, 247 pounds on that weight, 7'3" wingspan. Now, right off the bat, why this is a Josh Smith build, and what I was going for. This driving dunk, this 81 driving dunk with caps goes all the way up to 96. That is ridiculous value. I want you to think about how expensive that threshold would be if we tried to do that, and how many stats would be drastically changed if we were able to get that. Now you might be looking at this really low vertical, typing out, what's the point of that if you don't get 85 vert? Don't worry, with 5 caps on your vert, you go all the way up to 85. And in the process, you also do unlock gold high flying denier as well. So this really is just such a great build cap breaker wise, and I wanted to spend a lot of time just trying to make this viable. And you know how I always say this, you make a build this fire, it just makes you want to go ahead and drop $100, give $100 to 2K, I can't lie. But enough talking, let's break down these stats. You have an 84 close shot for bronze paint prodigy. I did this because mashing in this game is a little bit 50-50, so I wanted to give you the best opportunity you can if you do need to mash a little bit. On switches though, especially, this is going to come in handy if you've got a small guard or wing on you. And just give you the advantage being 6'9" with a max wingspan. I went 70 driving layup for bronze physical finisher. Also, just get some Zion Williamson layup animations, your default swing animations, which aren't terrible. 81 driving dunk, as mentioned, this is going to go all the way up to 96. That's good for Hoff Posterizer. You use one of your random max plus ones you've got lying around, all of a sudden you're 6'9" with Legend Posterizer, which is crazy. 46 standing dunk, that's tied into your driving dunk. But at 45, you do unlock those basic standing dunk animations. Wouldn't be a two-way post playmaker without the post aspect. You do have 87 post control. That gives you gold post up poet, gold post fade phenom, gold post powerhouse, and silver unpluckable, which are all really, really nice. And I like this 87 threshold a lot. I went double 80s on the shooting. Did this because that gives you gold post fade phenom. And I just personally like 83 ball. I think it's a good metric. I went 90 free throw solely because I don't want to be the one that misses free throws on my team. If you don't care about this, drop it somewhere else. I can't guarantee you that would end up, not messing up your driving dunk caps. But that's kind of why the free throw is up so high. I didn't have a ton of good places to put it at because the free throw is pretty cheap. I was unable to get 60 steal with the free throw. So I just ended up kind of leaving it there. 85 pass for a bronze bailout. This is a power forward, not a center, so I felt comfortable going 85 over 87, solely because it's not like I'm going to be a primary rebounder anyways with this 80 rating. I will be a great secondary rebounder, and if I'm in position holding box, I definitely will get the board. But that's kind of my whole thought process with this pass accuracy and kind of, related to the synergy of defensive rebound. 80 ball handle gives you Hall of Fame strong handle. Also gives you some really nice dribble animations, Tim Hardaway, Jordan Poole, some LeBron animations, and overall move pretty well. 60 speed with ball. You can get this up to 68 with a few caps. And just how the build worked out, this seemed like a decent spot for me. 82 interior gives you silver post lock. 85 perimeter gives you silver on-ball menace, silver challenger, gold immovable, silver pick dodger. All really nice badges. You cannot get lanes on this build. Probably with caps you'll be able to, but it just wasn't a huge priority for me when I'm looking at everything else this build can do at a really great level. 88 block, that's going to give you gold high flying denier once your vert is up. And potentially, if you do have more caps down the line, it's set up for you to be able to get that 93 block for gold paint patroller. You don't have a ton of O board, but if you are crashing for putbacks, you'll be just fine. 80 defensive rebound for silver rebound chaser, silver box out beast. Kind of that bare minimum for a power forward in my opinion. You've got 80 speed, 76 agility for silver on ball, 86 strength for that gold post powerhouse, 85 for gold immovable. You've got silver brick wall as well, which is tied into your strength. 73 vertical, 5 caps. This goes all the way up to 85. That's like over, what, 2.2 times value, which is really good. Driving dunk value is ridiculous as well. And this block is not multiplied, but if you drop 15 caps into this build, it's really going to be a complete game changer, and I promise you 15 caps are very, very achievable. What can't this build do besides offensive rebound and get a couple lanes? Can finish at an elite level, can mash, shoot, create from the post, create from 3, dot up your teammates, dribble, defend the interior, great switchability, can guard the perimeter, can protect the rim, get chase downs, rebound, and just overall, it's just such a well-rounded build. Got the shades of Andre Karolinko, Evan Mobley, and Anthony Davis. If you do want the Josh Smith shades, you just need to get the vertical up a little bit higher. I just wanted to maximize what I can do with my cap breakers. But if you do really want that shade, get that vert up to 77 and you will be good to go. But yeah, this is a two-way post playmaker. Extremely well-rounded. Genuinely, when I tell you this is one of the most well-rounded, versatile, but still dominant power forward builds I've seen. This one's just special for real. But let's go ahead and check out the cap breaker multipliers on this build. I was shocked when I saw how good of a dunk multiplier I was getting, and I was even more shocked when I saw how much value I could get out of the vertical as well. Those are two very expensive attributes, especially at this height, and I think this does a great job at unlocking just overall more consistent stats on this build. But check this out. You got 85 driving dunk, 88 driving dunk, 91, 94, and 96. Then you come over here to your vertical, you've got 76, 79, 81, 83, and 85. So with 10 caps, you will be able to go from 81 driving dunk and 73 vertical to 96 driving dunk and 85 vertical. Just crazy. And on top of that, you only need 3 caps to go ahead and get that speed with ball. You cannot drop this down by 1 because it's tied into the ball handle, unfortunately, so you will have a 69 speed with ball over a 68. But if you want pro dribble style or something like that, you can also drop 4 here to go ahead and get pro dribble style, which I do think, you know, if you have 4 caps lying around, maybe worth it. My recommendation on priorities is your driving dunk, your vertical, and then drop 5 into your block to go 93. If you somehow then have 3 more caps after that, definitely get the speed with ball up. But for me, I think you can get a decent burst with 60 speed with ball anyway. It's a lot of it's just about your positioning and where that person is on your hip whenever you get that initial burst. Specialization wise, this is a really tough choice, but for me, I'm probably going shooting. Obviously, I've almost got it unlocked anyway, but to me, with shooting, you know, I've got a max +1 with my crew already, so that's going to be able to give me legend posterizer. Then down here with a max +1, I could get my set shot up to gold, and then I could go ahead and get my shifty shooter up to gold. Or I could do a max +2 on my set shot to get it to Hall of Fame, and a max +1 on post fade phenom to get it to Hall of Fame. Still have these 2 max +2s here. These could improve your rebounding. These could improve your lightning launch, your paint patroller, all those types of badges. And just in my mind, I thought shooting kind of made the most sense for what I was willing to sacrifice not being max +1 or 2s, and what I felt kind of gave me the best chance. And by having a permanent max +1 for posterizer, permanent max +1 for Hall of Fame set shot, and a permanent max +1 for Hall of Fame post fade phenom, I think it really helps the build live up to that two-way post playmaker name. Takeover wise, this is a really tough one in my opinion. Obviously you've already got your 99 driving dunk, so that's not a huge, you know, don't necessarily need that a ton. Outside of that, you know, if you want to do a lot of shooting, I probably would keep it simple and just go mid-range 3-ball. You will have an 86 3-ball and an 88 mid-range, and you could also then run sharp take, which is going to boost your pull-ups, as well as your standstill jump shots from anywhere from 2 or 3. I really like this setup. Potentially, you could always just do a +10 to 3-ball and run sharp take, keep it really simple. Could always get the ball handle up by 15. That would give you 95 ball handle, which would be pretty crazy. And what a lot of people don't realize is sharp take this year increases your chance of ankle breakers. So if you have a 95 ball handle and sharp take, there's a world where you could be snatching ankles on this 6'9" two-way post playmaker as well. And then lastly, I would probably look at boosting this rebound by 10. That gets you up to 90. And then probably just running sharp take again. So you've got a 90 rebound on defense plus sharp take. Keeping it real simple, but I think these takeovers will do a really good job at setting you up to succeed on this build. And yeah, this is the build. Extremely consistent stats. I think it's a very well-rounded build that's going to be elite in the paint, get some elite driving dunks, great rim protection, crazy athletic, really strong, great post game, really consistent shooting, and the playmaking is really nice as well. But yeah, this is the two-way post playmaker, kind of inspired as a Josh Smith build, kind of combining, you know, his piston stretch big ability with that prime Atlanta Josh Smith. And this is a really, really good build. If you want a well-rounded 4 that can guard 1 through 5, can switch, finish at the rim, get contact dunks, spark like crazy from 3, create from mid, has a post game, and really just does everything. You guys know I like to make all my builds well-rounded, multifaceted, and this is one of them for sure. But that's the build, man. Great build, two-way post playmaker. If you enjoyed, drop a like, drop a sub. That's all I got for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope everyone has a great day. Peace.